Hello guys and welcome back to another class of our course about the complete introduction to Instagram marketing. So in the past few classes we talked about different features of Instagram, we talked about how you guys can grow your Instagram and basically some different features about this amazing application. In today's class what I want to talk about is something that is pretty basic. So basically we're going to talk about picture modification on Instagram. So I really want to talk about this topic because modifying pictures, well, usually people know how to modify pictures, but just to talk about different features that Instagram offers you in order to modify your pictures. We're not going to talk about all the filters that exist, but basically just talking about some features that Instagram offers you to modify your picture. So we're going to go in live on Instagram and check out all those features. So let's start. All right, so basically pretty simple. Just turn it on. Here we go. We have our Instagram account right there. And as you can see, it's our Instagram account. So this is the mobile version of it. So basically, if you guys want to add a picture, it's pretty simple how it works. You simply have to go on the button right here. So as you can see, there is a little plus button right there. And you can simply click on it. So by clicking on that button, you will have access to different things. So basically here you have post, story highlight, IGTV. And basically each time that you guys want to add something, you can simply click there and you will be able to add it. So if you want to add a story, you can add it there. So just by clicking here, if you want to add a post, it's going to be here. So it's pretty simple. So let's add a post. So first of all, we're just going to add a post to our account. So we'll click on post. And here we'll have access to different pictures. So here we have a quote. It's "I'm never free. I just make time." And basically we have plenty of other things. So we'll select a car picture. So we'll have this car, for example, or we'll go with a white background. So something. No, let's keep this picture. So first of all, the first step is really selecting what exactly you want to import. So in this case, we want to have a car picture. So when it's done, it's pretty simple. We just click on next. So the button right here. If we want to select more than one picture, we can click on select multiple and we'll be able to add more than one picture. But for now, let's just add one picture to our account. All right, next step is pretty simple. What exactly you want to do? So here, for example, we can modify the picture. So basically the car picture with a filter. So here we have a filter and we can also play manually with all the modifications. So first thing that I want to check out with you guys is pretty simple, is all the filters that you guys that we have access to. So there are plenty of filters right here. So let's say I want to have something like this. So as you can see, it's pretty nice. I can make it a little bit more retro. I can make it black and white. So basically it's all how you guys want to make it look like. So let's make a basic picture modification. So let's try it like this. So it's a little bit more dark. So usually how I modify my picture is pretty simple. I start with some basic modifications. So I select a filter that I like. And yeah, so basically this is my favorite filter between all those. First thing is I select a filter that I like. Once it's done, I go in edit. And I modify the picture a little bit more in depth. So I will start by adjusting it, but in this case, I don't necessarily have to adjust the picture. So everything is pretty fine. So if I play with the picture, as you can see, it's gonna move like this. So this is for the adjustment, but personally for this picture, I don't need to make no adjustments. In my opinion, it's already pretty good. So we won't make no adjustments. First thing that we are going to adjust will be the brightness of the picture. So once again, it all depends of what exactly I want to do. So the more I go to this side, the more it's gonna be bright. The less I go, the more it's gonna be dark or less light. So if I wanna make a more nighty feature, so basically nighttime and all the stuff, it's gonna be this way. If I wanna make it more on daylight and that people spot all the details, it's gonna be this way right there. So I like the mood of more nighttime pictures, so I'm gonna bring it more right here. Now I'll just click on done. So very important, click on done. If you click on cancel, you will have to start again all the modifications. I'll just make my screen a little bit more bright to be able to see it. Great. Next thing will be modifying the contrast. So for the contrast, pretty much the same thing. So it's once again, the goal here is really to take out the colors. So basically how you want to present your colors, how much contrast you want in your picture. So once again, I don't want too much of it. In this case, I want it like this. So I want a picture that looks more natural. So here we go, I have my contrast right there. Next thing will be the structure of the picture. So as you can see, now it's a bit more complicated to see, but here it allows us to see the details. So if you look right here, you can see the person who is driving the car. When we go with structure up to 100, we will be able to see the person inside of the car. If you go like this, you won't necessarily be able to see it. So personally, I like, for this type of picture, I want the structure to be to the max. So basically you can keep it at the center, but personally I find it really beautiful when it's to the max. So it's gonna be done. Next thing, how I want my picture to be warm. So basically warmer will mean more hot colors, and colder will mean more cold colors. So the more it's warm, the more it's gonna go to the red and yellow and this type of colors. So yellow, red, and more it's cold, the more it's gonna go to the blue. So basically blue, purple, and this type of colors. So we are able to see if it's hot outside or cold outside based on based on the colors inside of the picture. So I want to add a more warm background. So basically more warmer color. So let's put it at 49. All right, next thing will be the saturation. So how I want to saturate my pictures. So I don't really want to go to the extremes, but once again, let's play with it just a little bit. So once again, if you see if I'm going to the max this way, it's gonna be completely black and white. I don't want the picture to be too much saturated as well. So let's keep it at, let's say 20, 19, 20 is actually not that bad. Then for the colors, so what type of dominant color I want to have inside of my picture. So I don't really like this, this feature. You guys can use it basically if you want to give a certain mood to the picture, adding a predominant color. But personally, I don't really use it. So you can have it as a shadow or as picture highlights. It can give a certain, as I said, the mood to the picture. But once again, I don't necessarily use it. So won't use it. But it's an interesting feature. If you want to have, like, let's say, for example, a certain color in the background. All right, we have done colors. Next, fade. How you want your picture to be faded. Basically, if you play the right way with the fade feature, you can use it as retro for your picture. So as you can see, it gives a more retro perspective of the picture. This is how I personally see it. So basically you can modify the colors and all the stuff. And this will give a more retro effect of the picture. In this case, we won't necessarily need it. Next will be the highlights. So same thing for highlights. Highlights is a feature that in this case could be pretty good. So you can play with the highlights as well. And as you can see, this is what it gives to the picture. So won't put it right there, we'll put it at 50. So we want the most of the details to get out. Then we'll have the shadow. So same thing for shadow. If we go on this side too much or this side too much, as you can see, it's going to be more darker or more lighter. In this case, I want it to be more lighter for my picture, so we'll go with 50. And we have some other filters that are left, but in this case, we won't necessarily need it. So this is, for example, if I want to make a more a certain effect on the picture. So here we go. If I want to, for example, have really a certain visual on the Lamborghini and nothing besides of that, I can use it. So I can do it on a linear way. So here we go. Right now, everything will be blurry in the background, and the car will be more, will be more seen. So it gives a certain effect. So this one could be pretty cool. And yeah, this one is more a transformer effect, so won't necessarily need it. All right, so right now you guys are able to see what it all looks like to modify our pictures. So as you can see, it's not something that is that complicated to do. Then we simply click on next. And what exactly you guys can do right now is simply tag people. If you want to tag people, you can do it right here. If you want to add a product, you can do it right there. Add a location. If you want to post your picture on Facebook as well, you can simply post it right there. On Twitter, on Tumblr. So as you can see, it's pretty simple the way it works. You write down your caption right here. So you write down whatever you guys want. So as you can see, it's pretty simple to work with basically picture modification tools on Instagram. And it's not that complicated. The thing right now is really to basically get used to it. And besides of that, well, as you can see, it's not that complicated. You have, well, those are really the basic features that you guys can use to be able to work on Instagram. So that's it for this class, guys, and see you all in our next class.